Bonjour y'all, my name is Brita and today on Witches Unite I'm quickly going over all of the details of the second February Adversaries event featuring Aragog. This will be February 16th until February 18th, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific time, running until 11 p.m. Pacific time. That is a little different than usual, so take note of those days and times. As already mentioned, this will include boosted Aragog on the map. Now that we've had a few Adversaries events, you probably have a better understanding of what boosted looks like wherever you play. We'll have tasks, rewards, and like the previous events, we'll also have reduced brewing time for potions. That's right, if you use master notes on witch sharpening potions or any stimulant potions, it will reduce the brewing time by 50%. First up, tasks and rewards. As always, you can follow along on my screen in the infographic provided by Orange Wizard. Defeat 35 foes in Wizarding Challenges. Use Master Notes 8 times. Earn 1,500 Challenge XP through Wizarding Challenges and or Adversary Chains. Use 7 Stimulant Potions. These can be any potions. Use 3 Witch Sharpening Potions. And both of those are in adversarial combat. Identical to what we saw last time. Deal 25,000 damage to adversaries. Defeat Aragog 4 times. And return 20 artifact fragments from the Aragog chain. So of course you will get individual rewards for doing all of that, and you will get overall rewards including Defense Against the Dark Arts books, an edible dark mark, gold, wizarding XP, and spell energy. Once again, this event is going to be difficult for rural players. It is also going to be difficult for new players, for casual players, for anybody who has not completed a profession skill tree, and really if you haven't already unlocked some of the nodes in adversarial combat. So before I get into the math and some of my constructive criticism for the event, I do want to say that I don't think adversary events should be designed for all players to complete them. That might be an unpopular opinion. I think it's great that we have an element in the game that requires challenge, that not all players are guaranteed to defeat, to overcome. It's nice going into an adversary encounter and doing those mental calculations on whether or not I need to use a potion and realizing if I make the wrong choice, I'm going to lose. Look, it's a game. There's not really a lot of risk going on in a game, but that sort of sense of fake risk, you know, that there's a chance I'm not going to win, that makes the game more exciting. So I'm enjoying the adversary events. I really love the entire concept of adversaries. I do think the tasks are still a little bit onerous, but I'm okay with the fact that newer players might not be able to complete these events. It's just a goal for you to work towards. So let's talk about math. Let's figure out how many Aragogs you will need to defeat in order to complete the tasks. Let's talk about whether or not you can actually do these tasks from home. And this, of course, is where the constructive criticism comes in. Because if you are a maxed out player in any profession and you've unlocked nodes in adversarial combat, you should be able to complete this from home. And that's not possible for everybody. So first of all, let's look at the Aragog encounter, the guards, and of course Aragog himself. We know that Aragog is a dude. Okay, so you start out with the common Acromantula as the first guard with 486 HP. Then the Fierce Acromantula with 1,382 HP. And then finally Aragog has 2,411 HP. Combined, that is 4,279 HP. One of the tasks is to defeat 4 Aragogs. So that means you do have to do the entire chain and defeat the final adversary. If you do all 4 of those, you will get 17,116 damage, or you'll have dealt that much damage. One of the tasks, of course, is dealing 25,000 damage. So I did the math, and if you are just looking at Aragog, you need to defeat 6 Aragog overall in order to get the 25,000 damage. Of course, what a lot of players have realized in all adversary events, just because the 1 is boosted doesn't mean that is the only boosted adversary. Since adversaries in general are boosted, you're going to see more of all of them. So you could get the rest of the damage that you need to deal by going through other adversary chains. But again, you already have the 4 Aragogs you need to defeat just to complete that task, and after you do that, you need roughly 8,000 more damage to deal in order to deal the overall 25,000 damage. So, why is this still difficult, potentially impossible to do from home? Well, Edible Dark Mark. You get the 1 free in the store pack, and then you get another free one as a reward for completing one of the tasks. I forget which one. Each Edible Dark Mark will give you 3 adversaries. That gives you 6 adversaries, which should be enough, right? Well, only if out of those 6 adversaries you get 4 Aragogs. And even though the boosted adversary is boosted with Edible Dark Marks, the formula behind it is not the same. So a higher percentage of adversaries that you see on the map will be Aragog, but a smaller percentage will be from the Edible Dark Marks. So some players might not even notice the boost because an Edible Dark Mark only gives you 3 adversaries. So if you don't get lucky and get 4 Aragogs from the Edible Dark Marks, you can't complete the tasks. The silver lining here is that now that we've had a few events, many players, if you have at least participated in events, even if you haven't completed all the adversary events, should have earned a few other Edible Dark Marks, in which case you can use those at home, and hopefully by using 3 or 4 Edible Dark Marks, you should get the 4 necessary Aragogs. Alright, one final tip is for getting the 20 fragments. So if you're doing 6 Aragogs just to get the 25,000 damage, then you're going to get all the fragments that you need from an Aragog adversary chain. If you are doing the 4 Aragogs and then you're getting the rest of the damage from other adversaries, then you only have 16 of, wait, did I do that right? Yeah, you only have 16 of the 20 fragments. So if you don't want to do entire Aragog chains because, you know, Aragog is a tough foe to beat, then you can just defeat the guards in order to get 1 fragment from each of them. So then you would need to do 2 other Aragog encounters and defeat the guards of both of those to get 4 additional fragments. Anyway, I know this is a lot of information, so hopefully everything I'm saying makes sense. That's about all that I have for y'all today. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm going to wrap this up because my camera is about to die. Thank you to Niantic and WUtubers for giving me this information early. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe to my channel. You can also leave a comment below with your thoughts on this adversary event, but also adversaries in general. I encourage you to check out Wizards Unite Hub. We have a written guide of this there, but I'm also working on a post just about Aragog, everything you need to know, with some information from Plotter 101. So you can find the links to that in the description down below. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time, au revoir, witches.